All right. Well, I'm ready.
You're ready?
Oh God. I don't miss this.
I know you do. I know you do.
So you ready to start, huh?
You ready to start? Are you ready?
You want to go ahead and do it? Hey, Los.
Sure
on app on like Pocket Casts, you can set it to trim any silences, and I went ahead and did that on the last episode you all did. You know how much time it trimmed?
Did it cut out?
It trimmed
everything?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Was it 10 minutes?
It was 10 minutes off of the time of your podcast.
You know what that is? That was the 10 minutes that I took to go to the bathroom. I must have left that in there.
No, that is most definitely not what it was.
Because I don't think I pause for 10. I'm a very dramatic person. And,
yeah, I know.
And I like to emphasize my silences.
He's wearing a cape right now and nothing else.
That's disturbing.
I like to build up the anticipation for the delivery of the punchline, So
I'm just saying, if you want to pay me like $25 a podcast, I could probably get your show down to about 45 minutes.
Listen, just because you got paid once to edit podcasts doesn't mean you're going to be did you make a business card? Is that what you did too? Did you do that? Are you throwing us you're sliding your card across the table? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Here? Okay.
It says Skari for hire in a black Sharpie marker.
Yeah. No, I'll remember, for those.
It's a cocktail napkin.
Oh, gotcha. So I still have about 5 dramatic pauses before we actually start. So.
Oh, good. That's not the first time that's happened. Sadly.
Nope. I love when it happens. The more scary, the better. I have a cough,
so I'm gonna try to find the mute button for that. But it's not good. It's no bueno.
It's going around. It's the time.
See, she's going to hold us hostage and cough so much, and then request we pay her to edit it out.
Holy that's fucking genius. Oh, man.
My price is just raised to $100.
Hey guys, I heard a really bad cough on your last podcast. I mean, it'd be a shame if it disrupted everything.
Do you want to do your voicemail?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's like a month or two old at this point, so.
Oh my god.
That wasn't sarcasm.
Are you trying to say something?
I know. That's what makes it good. It's insulting and accurate.
Okay, it wasn't meant to be insulting. It was just a fact.
Hey, do you wanna?
I'll take it back. I was insulting in the voicemail about when it would probably play, so I take that back. Take it back. Rolling it back in.
What is up? We are the Future Monkeys. This is episode 107. I'm Los. I'm here with Beardy.
Hey!
Like always, because it's always me and Beardy. And we never have any guests on. So it's like, I always say it's Los and Beardy as if we have somebody else here.
As if I wish so hard, wish I might have a guest tonight.
Hey!
Whoa.
I felt the summoning from the underworld. How's it going?
Oh my! Oh, who might that be?
It is I. It's Skari in the flesh, in the ether.
Okay, hold on. $1 million. Okay, Worth a shot.
Yeah.
But almost as good. Like 99% as good. Skari!
Oh, hi.
Hi!
Oh, hi, guys. How's it going? It's me, Skari.
It's like deja vu.
Well, it's so good to have you on, Skari.
Yeah, it's good to be on. I mean, I did have to invite myself, and I did have to punch Los in the face through an alligator proxy. But I feel very welcome.
Well,
as you
should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is your home too.
That's true. I was from the first, man.
You were. That was episode 0. You were there.
Yeah.
And actually, shockingly small amount of shows together, the crossover between you and I.
Yeah. I think we've done,
Like
maybe 2, 3 tops.
Like that. 5 would be super high end. If you include like extra guest episodes post the departure.
No,
the great exodus.
That's
yeah.
That's being generous, because I've been on the site for a few weeks now, like doing things all over the place. And I was going through all of the past show posts.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out which one was your last one, which one did Beardy come on, and I'm pretty sure the overlap was 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was very, very. I was tired. I was pregnant, and I was very tired. That pregnancy. I think I'm getting over it. It's only been 2 years now. It takes some time. Okay, it takes some time.
Yeah, no, totally understood.
She's going to college soon, but I think I'm getting over the pregnancy.
Well, very good to have you on.
Yeah. It's been good. Of course, for new listeners or people who aren't familiar with me, I did do the B-side with Clay 2 for I don't know, half a dozen episodes or so, and that's been about a year ago since we last did that.
Yeah, it has.
Well, because we did one right before you guys went off the air, but I don't know how long that's been.
We've been off the air for about 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
So it was longer than that you did the last show. So, but yeah, you like we said, you were an OG Feature Monkey. You were there, episode 0, the very awkward and hopefully forgotten episode 0. And
I've forgotten it.
It was terrible.
I haven't. I was a listener then.
Yeah. Yeah,
it was very, very awkward. But we did our thing. You were here for like 50-ish episodes. And,
56, something like that.
And, the pregnancy did you in, and you quit. You rage quit. You threw keyboards.
I didn't rage quit.
You were, it's all right. You could.
No.
This is a safe place.
Let's just cut the bullshit here. I handed the torch off to Beardy.
That's what I felt. I felt a handing.
There were discussions. There were votes.
There was a transition plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It was pretty well thought out. I don't say so myself, and I do. So
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you're missed all the time. You're always missed. People love you. You have a fan club and all that. And it's nice to have you back. So let's get the ball rolling, because as you may have heard, we have a hard stop now because Beardy needs his bedtime.
Hey, we all need our bedtime.
Yeah, and
you don't get this handsome without sleep. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like before. Before when you used to be on the show, we used to go like 2-3+ hours. Because you just wouldn't shut up about stuff. So.
Oh yeah, it was me.
It was.
What
really
got
hard.
me was we would. Hold on. Are you still there?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap! My computer decided to shut down. Okay. Anyway, what got me is we would do the show, and then we would spend another 45 minutes talking after the show. and that was always counterintuitive to me.
Well, that wasn't me. That
I
wasn't
know.
my fault.
No, that wasn't just you.
Exactly.
I should say.
All right. So we got some stuff to talk about. We are going to be talking a whole bunch of things. Hopefully we get through it all. But first, let's do some voicemails.
Mm-hmm.
And see what's up with that. We got 4 voicemails. And they should be fun. Let's see who Chase decided to kidnap in his basement this week.
You have not changed your voicemail. You said you were going to do it. You said, okay, hey, this is Chase. I'm in a basement in Canada. Strip mahjong might be in my house. I don't know. Okay, look, I was listening to the latest episode, and I got, really excited because I went on IMDb, and I'm just looking at all the Tom Hanks films, and I'm like, I forgot. He's registered as 89 acting roles, and I'm looking at them all, and I'm like, I've seen Saving Private Ryan, Cloud Atlas, Catch Me If You Can, and I'm thinking, the range, his actual range, his acting range, Saving Mr. Banks. I think, doesn't he play Disney in that? Yeah, he plays Walt Disney.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many of these films, and it's just crazy that I asked you to pick one that is your favorite. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did that to you, because it's crazy. Although you seem pretty good at being able, both Beardy and Lois, you guys seem okay. Although, Beardy, I'm a little concerned. You are, in terms of Tom Hanks literacy, you gotta get up on it. Okay, so I'm gonna be direct with you. I've got two unusual favorites. Saving Private Ryan, I've got a real soft spot for World War II. So that version of Tom Hanks, as a teacher in war and the way that he treats his soldiers, it is just heartbreaking to watch that film, and he does such a good job. But then also, my guilty pleasure, my trash can eclair that I pick up and eat, is You've Got Mail. Why? Because fuck Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail is a better movie. I said it. All right, hey, I gotta go because it's gonna hang up on me. But my game of the year was Stellaris. It's a PC game. Go check it out. No, don't. You're not gonna like it. Okay, bye.
Okay. Two Tom Hanks things. First of all, I can't remember if it was Chase or someone else. I think it was Chase that said one of his favorites was Joe versus the Volcano.
Yes.
Which I never hear.
Yeah.
And that's Claytoo's favorite too. He loves that movie.
Ah, there you go.
And
I
can absolutely watch You've Got Mail every single time it's on. It doesn't matter. I hate Sleepless in Seattle. It's trash. But You've Got Mail, that's good. It's good stuff. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let me tell you about You've Got Mail. That came out in the time where that's something that could very well have happened. That's and it did happen in my case, because that's how essentially me and the wife met. So seeing You've Got Mail and, the whole chat room thing and everything, because we met in an AOL chat room, and that was some freak. That was before these kids had Tinder and Match.com and all those other dating sites. It was straight up AOL chat room. That was that's the equivalent of, being a caveman and trying to make fire, It was.
Now, speaking of fire, I want to know what your screen name was.
Oh gosh,
Swordsman 007.
Oh man,
I had too many embarrassing ones. Which one?
Of course.
Yeah.
The one that I know, if I asked her, she would probably know. Let me see. And she said she could hear me. So she's probably listening right now, shaking her head like, motherfucker, I know you're not telling people that we met in a chat room. But let's, let me go ahead and ask her. And while I'm waiting for the response, let me see. Beardy?
Yes.
You did your homework.
I did. And quick Beardy life update, in case you hear me scream out of nowhere, I saw a giant spider on my wall, and I looked away and just looked back. Giant spider's gone.
Oh no.
So it might be on me any minute now. Like, I saw it was close to the ground, so I'm kind of eyeing the carpet here. We'll see if I get attacked. But so if I scream out, it's just because there's a spider. I did watch 2 Tom Hanks movies, as I promised.
Mm-hmm.
Then I watched Castaway.
Okay.
Excellent movie. Really enjoyed it.
Actually, never seen it.
It's
come on, Skari.
Worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also watched Big.
Oh, yeah.
And there is an alternate cut of that movie that is a straight up horror film. That movie is so scary. Because I always, like, growing up, I remember seeing it in, like, the movie rental place and being like, okay, well, this is going to be a film about a switcheroo between, like, the kid and the dad, and they switch places, and that's how they come to understand each other. Like, that trope had been done before, and that's what I thought it was going to be. That is not what that movie is. That is a movie where Tom Hanks just magically becomes an adult. And here's the biggest rub about that is, like, the scene where he becomes, like, the quote-unquote big Tom Hanks character. He's in the house and the mom sees him, screams like, "Get out of my house, you giant person!" Like, and he's wearing, like, just his tidy whities, which is weird. But here's the thing, that we are led to believe that is just adult Tom Hanks. So probably 10 years from then, like, where they thought, like, that the adult Tom Hanks was calling in saying, like, your child's okay, don't worry, everything's fine. That mom is gonna see adult Tom Hanks just grow up in her own house and realize one day that her son turned into this adult man and kidnapped himself. Like, that is going to mess her up forever.
I don't know. Don't underestimate the ability for moms to ignore things.
True.
I don't think that was thought out when they were making the movie.
The horror part to me is a 13-year-old has to go out and rent an apartment. That's pretty scary. And that first night, he's in the hotel and he's just crying because it's like scary, man. Yep. That's rough.
Yeah. It's been a while since we watched it, and I've been wanting to put it on so we can watch it, and because the oldest he likes watching movies with us, so he usually is down with whatever we put on, and he usually likes it, and that's one of the ones we wanted to watch. So maybe we'll put it on. Maybe before we go on our summer vacation or spring break vacation. We're trying to go to New York. So,
oh wow.
So we're gonna, they have that whole FAO Schwartz, scene in there and all that. So, but yeah, I'm very happy to hear, Beardy. Did you like Tom Hanks's, his, when he was playing dentist in Castaway?
Yes, that was pretty raw.
Oh,
so also a spider update. I saw it. I tried to smash it, and I'm like, I got him. This is going to be resolved. Flipped over the copy of Luigi's Mansion, which I used to destroy the spider.
Oh,
not
man.
there. So, still being antagonized by the spider over here.
Wow.
Yeah, horrifying. But yeah, him playing dentist is probably scarier than the spider loose in the room.
Yeah, that was rough. That's one of the moments that stand out to me in the movie. It was such, oh man, just thinking about it makes me want to pass out on the floor just like he did. But that's something that I still want to watch with the wife because the wife hasn't seen it. So that's one of the top ones I want to watch coming up soon. But she replied. She told me that for her name it's the same. She has the same freaking AOL address she uses for like junk, like her newsletter signups and things. She still uses it. And it was just her name, with a few numbers. So that's what got me to message her. Cause I was like, hey, what was your name about? And she's like, oh, that's my name. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't believe her, cause it's such a weird name. She told me that my name, she can't remember which one it was. If it was Night of the Mind.
Okay.
And that's night, like medieval.
KNIT.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
And
yes.
The was spelled DA. And mind was spelled with a Y instead of an I.
Oh man. It's taking me back.
So that was one. It was either that one or it was Lionheart D Chef.
Okay. Well,
I like to assume it's Lionheart D Chef.
I was in culinary school at the time.
Yeah.
So, that's what was going on. I think I was in culinary school, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was. So it was one of those two. And that was fun. So yeah, and she always reminds me. She's like, yeah, whenever I remember all the time that because I messaged her and I said, hey, the normal chat room greeting instant message thing, and then she didn't answer, and she was like silent for like 10 minutes, and I was like, okay, I guess you don't want to talk to me, like all pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
And you hit her with an ASL, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And she felt bad because she didn't talk to me. So she said hi and she started talking. So she didn't have to answer me and life would have been very different.
True.
So that's just something that we like, to think about sometimes. But moving on. Thank you, Chase, for the Tom Hanks update. I'm sure Beardy has a whole list of movies that he's going to be checking out. And those were just the first two. So we'll keep updated on that. And, Skari, you need to watch Castaway.
Yeah, I will sometime.
So you're never going to do it.
I mean, I have a lot of serial killer stuff to watch, man. I don't have a lot of time.
There's more bodies adding up every day.
I'm telling you, man, it's rough. New scary movies come out every day. I gotta watch them. I've gotta find out.
Well, that's your name is Skari, so you gotta live up to it.
Exactly. I got a rep to keep up.
All right, so voicemail number 2.
What is up, Los, Beardy, Retro Rents Al here. I just got done talking to that nice lady that allows me to leave a message here. She's awfully grumpy. Get her a drink. She could probably use a whiskey.
All right. Let me. I paused it. I don't pause voicemails, but just to bring it up since it's here, and I'm gonna forget by the time the voicemail's over. I changed the voicemail. I did it probably after this one, and it is it's changed. I actually preloaded like 3 or 4 different ones, and they're all ready to go. And then I discovered that Google Voice has an app, so I could actually get in there and on the fly I could put a message in there whenever I want. So Beardy has the same power, and I think Beardy wanted to do like the 80s answering machine couple thing. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But it's changed, and just throwing it out there if anybody wants to call and check it out. So here's the rest of the voicemail.
What's going on, fellas? Really just returning the favor. Los had called in to my voicemail on my cast, and you kind of gave me a little bit of shit that we didn't talk about Prince of Persia. And Kyle had brought it to my attention. We were talking about, video games for movie franchises that were good. Sorry, I should have put some background there. But Kyle brought it up to me. We did talk about that one. It was actually one of the ones we really enjoyed. Both movie and game. Of course, I love the Prince of Persia series. Anyway, clearing that up, rambling randomly. But I did want to say, I'm really glad you guys are back on the air, because it's kind of funny. I started listening to y'all probably a year or so ago now, and I remember listening to the episode, I'm like, these guys are great! And then all of a sudden you post on Twitter that you guys were done. I was like, son of a bitch! If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have jumped in. I made him go away. No, I'm glad you guys are back, and I'm loving the cast. Keep doing what you're doing, fellas. And one of these days we gotta hook up on a game or something. I need more people to squad up with and play. I don't really play many first-person shooters, but I got most of them, Blackout and all that fun stuff. So yeah, take it easy, fellas. Looking forward to the next episode. And send me some of that cilantro. Sounds good. Later, guys.
Thank you very much, Al. Thank you very much.
Yeah. What a sweet guy. Yeah. Love interacting with him on Twitter. He's always a nice, level-headed gentleman, which is hard to find out there on the internet.
He is. Mm-hmm. He is very, very cool peoples. And like he said, he's a host of the Retro Rents, and they do an excellent show. And if nobody here from our audience has ever heard of him, go check him out. And we have show notes now. So I'll be sure to link that up and put that in there. I gotta give myself a little note to remind me. But yeah, he's good peoples. Go check him out. Prince of Persia, best video game movie in my opinion. That's what I called him for, and that's what I told him. So I'm sticking with it.
Really not saying a lot there. Kind of a low bar.
Hey, it wasn't. You didn't like it? You didn't like Prince of Persia?
No.
No?
No.
What? It was such a good movie. All the, time traveling back and forth and Jake Gyllenhaal. It was a good movie, damn it.
Yeah, listen, time traveling back and forth and Jake Gyllenhaal. You hear the words coming out of your mouth. What about that says good movie? There's no Tom Hanks to tell you that much.
Listen, Mr. I haven't watched any Tom Hanks movies, all right? I don't want to hear it.
I'm a film aficionado now. I've dug deep into the film vault, and Prince of Persia is not coming back out.
All right, so what was a good video game movie then?
None.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That's an answer. It's not been.
Well, you know what? I actually did like the Silent Hill movies. I have a soft spot for those.
I never seen those.
That's shocking to me. I
didn't know there was more than one. I thought there was just one.
No, there were at least two. And I like both of them. And Pyramid Head, man, he works out. Man, does he work out.
Yeah, there are varying degrees of okay movies. Like the Resident Evil movies are fine, but that's the highest praise you can give a video game movie. Like, that's fine, they're good.
It depends on which one.
Yeah, it's really like it all has to be accompanied by a sound of before you qualify the movie.
Yeah, the thing I like about the Silent Hill movies is that it did really dig deep on the lore. It kept it pretty tight on the lore. So I thought it got the aesthetic just very, very well.
Well, I guess I've been living a lie. So I don't have a horse in this race. So
very well.
So we will go to the next voicemail, and I'll be sure to try to hold my sobbing controlled. Voicemail number 3. Let's see if they like Prince of Persia.
Is that Beardy? Sorry, I'm watching videos with my son on YouTube. The screaming bird. Yeah, that's less Google woman. There's a screaming bird on TV. I can't handle it. I'm not even high right now. It's just a regular man sitting here watching videos of a bird screaming at me. Okay, this is not from a basement in Canada. This is from a living room in Canada. All right, bye-bye.
Well.
What the hell was that?
Chase?
Was it Chase? That's the question. That's the question. Was it Chase?
I think it was Chase.
It sounded like it could have been Chase in distress.
Maybe the bird was attacking him.
Yeah. maybe Beardy got out of. Maybe Strip got out of the basement and he's trying to escape. I don't know.
Strip, if you're okay, call us and let us know.
I don't know. Maybe Chase should let us know if he's all right. That sounded good. Maybe he gets better reception in the basement. And
that's possible. You don't know how things work in Canada.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all backwards.
Did you remember to give Strip his bucket of fish heads?
To find his way back with? Is he just like breadcrumbs?
For sustenance.
Oh, okay.
That's what Strip eats in Chase's basement. That's the lore that we're making.
Wow. Yeah, who I want to hear from. I haven't heard from Fred French in quite some time. What's going on with that?
I don't think he got the memo that we were back.
You need to give him the memo.
Well, he seems like a busy guy these days.
No.
He's
this is unacceptable.
He calls into other shows, and
I don't care.
He's been pretty silent on other shows as well.
I don't listen to other shows. This doesn't matter to me, Los, and I pay you to do your job, and I expect it to be done. Okay?
I'm sorry, Skari.
Okay.
I'll tweet him. I'll tweet him tomorrow.
All right. Well, it might come up in your review later, but
Oh, damn it.
The performance review.
Those are coming up.
Oh man, I better not get screwed on my bonus this year.
Bonus. Right.
I made her choke on a drink.
It was wine because I'm rich and run a company. All
right. Am I allowed to play the voicemail that is next?
Yeah, I feel good about it.
All right. It's probably some drunk girl on wine who runs a company.
Not during work hours.
Let's see.
Hey guys, Skari here. Just caught up on your Christmas episode, so I'm an episode behind, but you may not hear this until March, depending on when you record next. So, really, I'm probably ahead of the game.
It's so close.
So I wanted to comment that I appreciate that every Los story ends with, and then we returned it. I didn't even know you could return Christmas trees. I had no idea. Let me tell you my Christmas tree story this year. We had a Christmas tree where we had a problem we've never had before. The trunk was too skinny for the clamps to reach the trunk. So this poor tree, we stuffed like cardboard in there to try to get the clamps to work. We ended up putting coasters under one of the legs of the tree stand just to try to get this poor tree to look like it was standing up semi-straight. But you know what we didn't do? We didn't say, hey, let's take this dumb tree back. We made it work. Because that's what you do with dumb trees. It's a Christmas memory, you make it work. But not Los. Los says, I'm gonna return it. And it always works out for Los, so maybe I'm the wrong person. Anyways, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday and all that, and I will talk to you soon on Discord. Bye.
See, Skari doesn't give up on love, Los.
It's true. It's true. That tree was especially... You know what? When I threw that fucking tree out, I just left the tree stand attached to it. I was like, fuck this tree stand. I just carried that son of a bitch out and tossed it. So, yeah, it was pretty... I've never had a grist situation with a Christmas tree, but what can I say?
But you gotta remember, you gotta give me some benefit of the doubt here. That tree was a danger to my family.
What?
I couldn't. I was not able to sleep peacefully knowing that tree could have toppled over on any of us at any given time.
What about that poor tree you left at the bottom of a ditch? Aren't you haunted by that tree?
Yeah, I actually still think about that tree sometimes. Like it's probably still there, still green.
Probably.
Yeah.
Los wakes up in the middle of the night and the tree is at the foot of his bed, just looking at him.
It's terrible. It's a terrible memory, that tree.
Yeah.
But I didn't return that one. See?
That's good. You
I kept that one.
Just left it in a ditch. Oh.
I probably didn't return it though because it was like a 2-hour drive to the mountains.
Oh yeah.
Where I got it.
I don't think you can return those to the mountains.
No.
That man has long since packed up and left.
They can't put
I
it back
just
in.
like to imagine Lowe's pulling off the side of the road, opening the door with a tree in there, like, go on, get out of here, tree. Go back to your kind.
Like a full-on Harry and the Hendersons kind of thing.
Like hitting the tree. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
One sad look over the shoulder as it runs back into the woods.
Yes. Mm. Oh, man.
So while Los composed himself, if I'm not stepping on any toes, I would like to hear about some scary life, games, updates, whatever you got going on.
Oh, man. Well, let's see. I can't remember where I left off, but we'll just go with the holidays. So, last we left off, I think I had met my new Fajer, at least once. And, he came and visited over the holidays, and that was very, very good. So, new listeners, I had a DNA test, found surprise dad. It's all very common, So that went great. He met the rest of Claytoo's family. They all really liked him. We went to an art gallery or two, looked at some fine art, and that man can stare at some art for an extremely long time. I finally had to tell him, Kim, gallery's gonna close in like a half hour. We got there at 10. And we left at 4:30.
Wow.
Yeah, he can stare at some art.
Was it a big gallery?
3 stories. So, fair size. But yeah, big art guy, and I also love art, so it was good. And other than that, let's see, I converting to Catholicism at a really good time. Yeah.
Gotta love that new Pope.
Yeah.
Got that new Pope smell.
It does have that fresh new leather. Straight off of the Vatican line.
This is like it's coming up on like our like Super Bowl time too, with Easter and all that coming up,
Yeah, well, this is kind of a long time coming for me, because before I got with Claytoo, I was actually in the middle of converting to Catholicism, and then my life kind of exploded, and I moved states, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just put that on the back burner for a while, and 10 years later, here I am.
So are you doing it for Claytoo, or are you doing it for
No, he's straight up Protestant.
Oh, okay.
So I am doing it for myself.
Gotcha. I ask because the wife, she converted to Catholic when we got married, because the whole thing with me was to get married in a church, and she couldn't do that if she was not Catholic, because we had some strict ass churches around here. So
yeah, and we're actually going to have to renew our vows in the church to be properly Catholic married. But first, I have to get an annulment. Yay!
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's part of the rules.
Yeah,
we still were able to get married in the Catholic Church. they just on the spot made Mrs. McWhiskey promise to raise any future children Catholic. That was not part of like the initial conversation, and like, and you promised to raise the children in the church. It's like, well, I fucking guess so.
Yeah,
we're standing up here getting married.
Yeah, exactly. Well, gosh, man, I forgot both of you guys are Catholic.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. They had her finger. They had her finger pricked. The blood was dripping.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I grew up Catholic. I was very, very Catholic. We were growing up like in the heart of the Bronx, and nothing but freaking like crazy like strict Italian family Catholic churches all over the place. And that's how I grew up, like every Sunday going over there and all that. And, and it's, like I was able to recite everything to you, like everything that they were doing that wasn't like, a different weekly thing. And it was good times.
Yeah. I've been to, some pretty strict ones. I've been to the full Latin mass where they're old school, like facing away from people.
Oh, they face away from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their high mass is really, really pretty, but their low mass, where you're just sitting there kind of in silence, craning your head to hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to. But yeah, there's really all shades, because I've been to, excuse me, a regular mass that was, all in English. But they did it the old school way. But the father, like, he spoke up. He was like, "Oh, really? You guys can speak up a little bit? I mean, I know you're talking to God. I know it's not about me, but sometimes I like to hear what's going on. Maybe I want to be a part of the conversation. Maybe I want to feel involved. I know I can be here sitting doing my rosary thing. I know. But sometimes it's just polite to talk so everybody can hear you."
That was the priest saying that?
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, my cousin actually got married in Holy Name Cathedral in Chicago. Yeah. And you want to talk about a beautiful church. That's a pretty one.
Yeah, I bet. Those old churches, man, they knew how to do it. So, but yeah, that's pretty well it. Just holidays, new experiences going on. That's pretty much it going on right now.
Well, excellent. Cool. And what about in terms of games?
Games? So I've been pretty much on a strictly Sims diet for the last year, pretty much. So the Sims 4 came out with their Get Famous. I know there's a lot of Sims fans here, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into the real nitty gritty.
I can't believe you're still on the Sims train. I mean, it's been a long time, Skari.
I have been on the Sims train since Sim 1. Yeah, I've been long haul. OG. So, I think I like it because it's the one game I can really get in and get out within 20 minutes, and it does not, like, I can open the game, look at everything, be like, well, I'm done here, close it up, and move on with my life. So, that's what I have time for. But yeah, Clayton and I, for an actual quote-unquote real video game, we played Resident Evil 2, the remake, over the last week.
Yeah. I hear
played
it's
through.
Great.
What's that?
I hear it's great.
It is good. It is good. We played through one of the storylines. There, you can pick either the guy or the girl. We did the guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Leon,
that's right.
Jeez, even I knew that.
I know. I'm a Silent Hill girl. I'm not so much a Resident Evil girl, but I like watching it. So he played that. It's very eyeball heavy. Like, all of the monsters have grotesque eyeball sacks. So that's a thing. But yeah, pretty solid. Just really solid playthrough. Maybe 10 12 hours on that, and then you get another 10 or 12 hours, I assume, on, is it Veronica?
Claire.
Claire. See, I don't know, man. They all look alike to me. They're just brown-haired Caucasians. I don't know.
That was actually the alternate title. I'm not sure.
Brown-haired Caucasians.
Yeah. Brown-haired Caucasians.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's very solid. I recommend.
Yeah, Beardy offered me money. Like he was trying to pay.
Please
me
finish the
under
sentence sooner than later.
He slid it under the table. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you this wad of cash if you sit here and you play Resident Evil for me." And he basically wanted me to stream it. And, and basically shit
There's
my
no
pants in front
There's no
of
way.
everybody. Yeah.
My fetishes are becoming increasingly specific.
Yeah, I mean,
A little.
Your fetish right there would be to watch a guy die on tape, on video.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to me.
Man.
Yeah.
Only if it's induced by video game related horror.
Yeah.
That is very specific.
It is.
8mm didn't even have that. That's yikes.
That was a good one. That was a good movie.
Yeah. I played the demo for Resident Evil 2 and ooh, that got the old heart a pumping pretty quick. And so it's like I would pay Los solid dollars, like more than $1, to watch him play this and stream it.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what I hear, and this isn't necessarily Resident Evil related, but this is Silent Hill PT related. Mm-hmm. Some bloke has apparently recreated PT.
Yes.
I think it's available on Steam for free. So if you didn't get in on that experience 3 or 4 years ago, apparently you can get it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard it was limited time.
Oh, really? Jesus, come on, guys.
So I think it was one of those things like if you download it, you could have it.
Uh-huh.
But the availability of it is probably limited, for whatever reasons.
Well, probably because Konami's going to go after his ass, but...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But you're going to sometime find me the link for that so I can put it in the show notes and see if we can get it.
Sure I am.
Did you play on PC or console?
We played on... Actually, I don't know. I want to say probably PC. He has everything hooked up to the TV anyway, so I can never actually tell.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was PC.
Now, have you seen there's a couple mods going around, but namely around when Mr. X comes around, they triggered it so every time it's DMX.
Yes.
And that is the funniest thing to me. Every time I see a new video of that, I watch it and I laugh out loud every single time.
I was curious. Elaine was tweeting out a few of those. And
I haven't seen that.
Oh my goodness. Like every time he walks in, they just play like,
y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in it. And he's like chasing him down. It's freaking hilarious.
That's awesome.
So good. Yeah. Highly recommended if you check out some of those videos.
Yeah, that was so good. Like she's there like unloading clips of guns, like explosions in the face, and he's just like, X gonna give it to you. X gonna give it.
It's so good. Oh, well, excellent. Well, thank you for the update. I'm sure everyone appreciates it, because we do get some frequent, what's going on with Skari? What's going on with Clay 2? What are those crazy kids up to?
Just living our lives, man. Just living our lives.
How's the youngin'?
She's very good. She is learning her words. We're about to get ready on the potty train.
How old now?
She is 2 and like 4 months, something like that. 2 and 5 months.
Okay, yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah, so she's about ready. But yeah, she's doing very, very good. She's very cute. That's pretty much it. She's the life of the party.
Yeah, I like when I see any of the pictures on the Instagram or whatever. I'm like, God, look at the little kid.
Yeah.
Look at this little scary. Little crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not as sarcastic as me, but she's learning.
She'll learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll find out with the potty train, like, yeah, I'm going to go to the potty.
Yeah, okay. Where's my M&M?
Yeah.
Pay me first, and then we'll talk.
Smart kid,
Yeah. Anyhow, that's it for me.
Good. So, Los, what do you got going on?
Sorry, my ear was itching. I had to take the earplug out and scratch my ear. What, did you say something to me?
So currently Los's ear is itching. I was asking if you had any amusing anecdotes or video games to discuss.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, no.
I happen to have a list right here. Bullet points.
A list? You missed the list, Skari.
Oh.
See, I know how much Skari misses podcasting with me,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So for games, I beat Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And
that's a good one.
And that was fun. It was good. And it was only good because of Funky Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically the saving grace of that game. And it was a very well implemented addition. Because if it wasn't for that, I would have rage quit so long. so quickly into it. And yeah, I wrote a review. It's on the blog for futuremonkeys.com. It's our first review that we've had in a long time. And yeah, it's up there if you want all my thoughts and all my feels on it. It's very Donkey Kong Country, and I really enjoyed that because I have lots of fond memories with Donkey Kong Country. And, it's all here. The music, the feels of the levels and all that stuff. It's all like packed in to Tropical Freeze, and it's all good. But it's terribly hard if you're not playing with Funk, the Funkmeister. So.
Yeah, some of that stuff, I don't know how you would actually beat it without him.
No, hell no. There's no way. It's like the water level. Funky, he could breathe underwater unlimitedly. He doesn't need the air bubbles to come up for air or anything. Donkey Kong, he needs oxygen. and yeah, so there was a whole underwater level. And the boss was underwater, and the boss was a pain. The bosses are pain in the ass, all of them. Mm-hmm. And it's an accomplishment that I finished it, and I'm glad I did. So that was the first game of the year. I'm gonna try to review all the games that I beat. I'm not saying I'm gonna go crazy and beat a whole crap load of games this year, but for the whole year, I want to try and keep that list going by reviewing and by doing all that. That way, end of the year, hey, what games did I play? All I gotta do is go and look and see what reviews I wrote for whatever that year, and try and keep up that way. But other than that, I've been relaxing with the games. I played that and I beat it. That was from Christmas until probably like 2.5 weeks ago. And, I got Kingdom Hearts sitting here, and
oh, man.
it's been sitting in the PS4. Haven't touched it yet. The kid,
yeah.
the oldest, he played for about a half hour. So I've seen what goes on the first half hour, but I haven't touched it yet. I'm like, it's one of those things, like, it's here and I can't believe it's here. And it's like, I want to play it, but I'm scared to, you know, like I'm like afraid to start it. Like it's
afraid to love it.
Yeah, it's a weird thing going on, but I got to dive into it and I got to play it.
Well, my problem was it fucking came out on rent check week.
Did it?
You know? Like, what's that shit?
Don't you know? It's rent check week, guys. Can we not?
Is rent check week like some fucking other week in Japan? Like, what is this shit? I don't understand. So yeah, I actually have not even bought it yet. In fact, it had completely left my mind, which is, I mean, I love Kingdom Hearts, so that is how disconnected I am.
See,
but
I didn't know that about you.
Oh yeah, I have played and beaten both Kingdom Hearts multiple times.
Get out of here! I would have pegged you for somebody that just like shrugged it off like a stupid Japanese game.
No. I did that with Harry Potter for a while, and then well, you know how I feel now. But no, it met some weird dichotomy with me where I tend to like strangely glittery childish things and also weird emo things. So kind of hit that spot.
Oh yeah, that's the apex right there. Those two things meet perfectly.
Yeah. There's sad kids and Goofy. So but yeah, it touched the my inner child liked it quite a bit, and my sour teenager was like, "Yeah, I'll play this." Okay.
Yeah. See, now those games hit when I was like dead set in high school, trying to do the whole band thing, the skateboard thing. So I had both of them, but never really played them because I was kind of out of gaming at that point. But this one, I did pick it up. I've played probably 2 hours ish.
Oh wow! Okay.
And yeah, I really like that game. And it's something like I'm always kind of monitoring for like darker tone things with the kids around.
Yeah.
I haven't hit anything like that yet. I've heard that stuff's in there, but I haven't seen it. So far, like having the kids in the room, like they are loving it. They just like to, they're not really super interested in it, but like they'll just stop and stare because like there's a lot going on at once, and it's not like super violent, so I don't feel bad exposing him to it.
Yeah.
And they just like seeing like, ooh, Disney, like Donald, Goofy, and the voice acting is phenomenal. Like it sounds like Donald Duck from my childhood. Sounds like Goofy from my childhood.
Yeah, I'm curious how Sora sounds now.
Yeah, I saw a few videos in it, and whatever the kid played and all that, and it's something that it hits you because you know you're like me. You were with the original Kingdom Hearts, so you know what it sounds like, what Sora sounds like, and he does sound grown up. He's older. And it throws you off a little bit, but you get used to it after a few minutes.
I mean, wasn't it the kid from Secondhand Lions that did the first two?
He was
the now grown man.
Yeah, basically. But he was who was Sora? What's his name? I know his name, and I think that was the movie.
He sees dead people.
Yes, him.
Haley Joel Osment?
Yes.
There you go. That's the guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He did. He played Sora the first two games. I don't know who plays it this game. If it's Haley back again for the third time or what.
It definitely doesn't sound like him. Like Haley Joel Osment is like a big husky gentleman right now.
Yes, he is.
He's doing some more adult acting, and he looks like a dude.
Yeah, he's been in Future Man and a few things here and there, which is not a show you should watch around your children, but it's hilarious. But yeah, he was also in Tusk, that horror movie that Kevin Smith did a couple of years back. That was an interesting one. But yeah, so I am looking forward to that. I need to get that this Friday.
Yeah, I need to play it. It's here. I need to get.
It is literally in your console right now.
It's been sitting in there since the freaking came out. It's been sitting in there, and you know what? I was wanting, like, my plan was to get the console, the limited edition one.
Yeah.
From GameStop. And, because I've been wanting to upgrade the Pro that I have here. Cause it's one of the ones that it sounds like a freaking jet engine when it's working. And the new ones now, the PlayStation 4 Pros that are out now, they have better, sound control. They don't sound like that. They sound a lot quieter and they run a lot better. So I wanted to upgrade to get that one. And of course, GameStop messed that up and they screwed over a whole bunch of people and I didn't get that shot, but I got the deluxe edition and I did an unboxing on the Future Monkeys, YouTube channel. And I'll go ahead and plug that here. If anybody is checking out the YouTubes for whatever and you didn't see my call to action on Twitter.
I didn't.
I'm trying to put content on there and beef it up and try and get some stuff going and looking for subscribers because we cannot customize the URL for the channel unless we have 100 subscribers.
Oh.
So we cannot be youtube.com/futuremonkeys until we get 100 people to follow us. So now we're youtube.com/ a whole series of like 100 numbers and letters.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm guessing I need to follow us then.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be good.
I thought I'm subscribed, but I'll have to double check.
But yeah, I'm trying to put like, unboxings and just random videos of stuff. And I got the Switch modding, stuff that I did. I did like a little review for that stuff.
Have you done any Bagel reviews lately?
No, I haven't done any yet.
Oh my god, why?
I don't know. I just...
The Bagel unboxings were my favorite unboxings.
I sometimes when we were out shopping, I look at the bagel section and I remember, I'm like, wow, I remember when I used to do unbaggings for these. That was great.
And then Day walks away from you and pretends she doesn't know you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And no shit though. Those bagel unbaggings were some of my favorite YouTube videos I've ever done.
They were really funny.
They were so good. And now I'm probably going to put them in the show notes because they're still on there. They're still on our YouTube. They're still under the unboxing section.
Beardy can do some coffee unbagging.
See, there you go.
And suddenly we're a food channel. So go us.
You could do all like the flavored Oreos.
Yeah.
Oh, those are a thing.
Yeah.
I just had 2 new Oreos tonight. I didn't know, or else I would have filmed it.
You see? See, we got a thing. We could do it. Let's do it. I'll set up a playlist and everything, and we'll be set.
I mean, with me as your idea man, you can go far.
You see,
not in video games, but far.
Nice. And far is a relative term.
I'm talking 250, 300 subscribers. Sky's the limit.
We just gotta get that custom URL. That's our summit.
Yeah.
But yeah, if nobody knows, if nobody's seen it, I'm sure because that was pretty old. So I'm sure we have some new people. I'll just go in the show notes and look at my dumbness in full display for everybody to see. And hopefully we'll see something from Beardy and Oreos in the future. But
lots of mouth noise.
But yeah, there's other stuff. Whatever I'm putting on YouTube, I'm gonna try and get on the blog as well in a blog post format. So
might as well.
So I'm hung up on this article that I'm writing. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, our new editor is a really hard ass.
Yeah.
And making things extremely difficult. And he told me that I basically talk too much. that I say too many things and that I need to cut it down. And he's telling me lies that I
3 things are all the same.
Yeah, you're right about all of that, except one thing, is that he has a hard ass. He is not a hard ass. He just has a firm tushy.
You would know, damn it. Yeah.
New editor monkey in chief.
Yep. Yeah, Beardy's giving me a lot of shit. And
not good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's good though, because I know I probably, go long in the tooth with some subjects, here and there. It might be possible. So
you can't change the talking. We've tried to change the talking. We know that's not going to change. But when pen is to paper, that's just you. That's part of your charm, your je ne sais quoi. But when you put pen to paper, really, 2 pages double spaced is a cap of what people will actually read.
I don't know. I read like a 4-page thing on tripping off of mushrooms the other day. So,
Well,
but, I mean,
that has some more nuance and ins and outs.
There was a lot more throwing up and hellish visions. But
yeah, that sounds horrifying.
A little bit. But also profoundly changing, apparently. Who knew?
That's what people say with the psilocybin. They have these experiences, and it's kind of like a false positive, like you're going to experience this, but when you try to actually pin someone down and quantify what they actually experienced, they're unable to expound upon what it was that was changing.
They escaped hell and they entered reality again.
Oh.
Hey, I've been places. I've seen some shit, okay? I'm telling you, that pregnancy, it was hard. So, yeah, that'll change you.
Yeah, I think escaping hell and being part of reality again might be something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing how much psychosis and mushrooms sound exactly the same. So,
yeah. So, Los, would you say that your article is as interesting or more interesting than escaping hell and rejoining reality? Given that your article is currently 6 pages.
First of all, it's 4 pages.
Okay.
That is bullshit.
Might be 4.5.
In Word doc before the show. It is 6 pages.
Well, maybe you got more spaces than me.
Maybe it's in 26-point font. Maybe.
Yeah. Times New Roman, 12-point font, double spaced.
Oh, let me see what mine is. All right, so I forgot what my settings are, but my article, it may be something very similar to escaping hell and coming back into reality.
What are you even writing an article about, Los?
How about we just scrap this idea and we just we get Los some mushrooms? I mean, you're in Florida, that can't be hard to find.
I got some mushrooms in my yard right now.
No, not those.
Not those? No.
We want you to throw up and not die. We're talking about the throw up and live mushrooms, not the throw up and die mushrooms.
The throw up and see God mushrooms.
Yeah.
Those mushrooms.
Or Satan. Whatever.
Well, look, either one. Some deity will be there.
Yeah.
Look, I have 3.5 pages right now, and it's 11-point font.
And what's the subject, dumbass?
So it's it's regarding all the backlash that BioWare is getting for Anthem.
Okay, cool.
And it's it's singling out all the negative Nancys out there and all that. And as of this recording, if you're listening to this, it's probably on the site right now. So you go check it out if you want.
Now here's the good segue of that is I played Anthem.
There you go.
Oh,
the VIP demo. Yeah.
See, I missed the VIP demo, so I don't have those sweet skins coming to me. But I only played about 20-30 minutes of the open demo. How much did you play of the VIP?
Probably about a total, because I played last weekend and the weekend before. First weekend I did have problems getting in. It was just stuck on load screen. So I'm like, all right, I'll come back to the next day. Played about an hour, maybe like 40 minutes. So I just get a little tasty taste of it. And then probably about 2 hours this last weekend.
Oh, that's good. Good times.
Yeah. And the biggest criticism I have is that the menu system is kind of confusing, which I know it's weird, but like trying to go in and launch a match or find out what the missions are. Mm-hmm. I just played the free play because like, all right, I can't figure out what to do or how to do anything else. Mm. So I just played a lot of that, but I had fun with it. Like just trying to get used to the controls. Like, okay, well, when this actually comes out, I'm kind of sold just based off mechanics alone. Like the shooting's tight, the flying's tight. It does what it needs to do for what it's trying to do. So I'm in. Let me just try to see if I can get a handle on these controls, because it wasn't like 2 hours sitting playing. It was a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there, just kind of hopping back in. And it's got that good like Mass Effect shooting. Mm-hmm. You know, it was always like really tight and they make the guns feel powerful and dynamic. Same as kind of like Destiny, but I'm a sucker for third person shooters. Mm-hmm. So that felt really good. And then the flying is basically you made a Mass Effect Iron Man game. Mm-hmm. That's what this game is. And if that interests you, I say go for it. Cause I had some, I still have my GCU. Sorry, Los. And then I also had some reward coupons. So I sent Los a screenshot because we both pre-ordered and mine it came down to $25.
I thought they canceled GCU.
They did. But if you still have it, you can still use it. So it will run out in a couple months once, like my subscription ends. So I think mine runs in like December. So I still have, I think a year, hopefully.
Okay.
So we'll see how much I actually have, but yeah, so I still have my GCU, some reward coupons, $25 for Anthem. Yeah, I'm in.
So is it another multiplayer? What is it?
Yeah, it's basically Destiny. I mean, really, if we're trying to put into something, it's Destiny, but it's third person. And it seems like when you shoot someone, they actually die. Mm-hmm. That's the problem with Destiny is you shoot and you're unloading clip after clip, and even leveled characters like just won't go down. Didn't have that experience, and there's a lot of verticality to it. Like you can go up and you can, fly away from situations like, oh, there's a lot of people here. F this, and then you just kind of Iron Man away. It's really satisfying. And you come back, you float above them like, surprise, motherfuckers! I hear them from above. Like your specials are really cool. You can have different kind of buffs and stuff you can use. Like you have your grenades, and they just kind of recharge over time. You have a big badass multi-layer like super missiles coming out of your back, Iron Man style. Mm-hmm. That's super cool. It scratches all the itches. Like it all feels very effective.
Nice.
Yeah, it's tight.
Yeah,
it's tight.
I can't see how long I'm gonna play it, but we'll try to hop in with some game nights, whatever. I know Elder Skulls he pre-ordered it, so see if we can link
Elsewhere?
Up with him. What's that?
Was it Elder Scrolls Elsewhere or what? What Elder Scrolls?
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Elder Skulls.
Oh, well, okay.
The guy, not the game.
Gotcha.
But, the dude with the woodworking.
I do know. Yes, I know of him.
The master woodworker. But yeah, we got the guys over at Bad Fodder Figures. They're picking it up too on Xbox as well. So
cool. I didn't know if I know I heard them say they picked up. I didn't realize it was going to be Xbox as well. So that'd be dope.
Yep. And I wasn't gonna pick it up, but like Beardy said, he sent me over the text, and I got a taste of my own medicine, because usually I'm the one that is hitting people over the head with the hype train, trying to get them to buy something, and no, I was minding my own business, doing my thing, and Beardy comes over like, "Hey, are you playing Anthem?" And he starts describing it just like that. It was, he was like, it's like Mass Effect, but you're Iron Man. And I'm like, fuck. And I had to go and fucking pre-order it. And I didn't play it. I didn't touch it. All I was going off was what I heard already and Beardy's description. And I was like, okay, fine. And I went with it. So I pre-ordered it. I got I did it from Best Buy. I don't have my GCU anymore, like Beardy likes to rub in. And even though I don't have that, I did already have, some certificates, and then, they give you $10 for pre-ordering it, and you get a steelbook. So that's, that the whole package sold me. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing, because it was fun. The little bit that I played, it was enjoyable. And, I did feel very, very Iron Man, from the first Iron Man, when he's just learning how to fly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like trying to get off the ground, and he's like, doop, 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 like, like the jets are kicking on and off, and he's like fluttering around. I was doing exactly that.
I will be amazed if you don't like this game.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, this seems like such a low game to me.
Yeah. I fell off Destiny because Destiny was very, very Destiny. And I really, really loved Destiny. I loved everything it did. The gunplay, the gun mechanics. It was like butter, and it was the greatest. I loved it. And I couldn't play it. I couldn't play it because it didn't respect my time. Basically.
What?
and yeah, so it's, yeah, I know you get a kick, Skari. It's okay. But yeah, that's basically what it was, cause I couldn't play like as much as I wanted to play and get progression done in the game.
Yeah.
And in order to progress and get what I wanted out of it, I had to put in like crazy hours.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's something that I didn't have time for. I couldn't do it. Like, in order to get the high level stuff, you have to do the raids, you have to do all this stuff, and it's like, nah, I can't. I didn't have time for that.
That's the young man's game, right there.
Yeah, and that's basically what I'm bitching about in the article. Those young men in the young man's games that you just mentioned, but basically, with Anthem, from what I read, I read an article, yesterday when I was researching for my article. It's, basically they said that they're trying to stay away from that aspect of it, of what makes Destiny, that they're trying to stay away from the constant need of having to play over and over in order to get the better things, and they're trying to make it so that you feel more rewarded when you are, trying to take the time to get in there. Like, they're gonna make it so you don't feel like you're wasting time. Basically, that's what they said. And it was something that it just sounded exactly like what I wanted to hear. It did. So yeah, we're both of us, both the monkeys, looking forward to Anthem. And if, you're jumping on it, we're jumping on Xbox for it. And yeah, maybe we'll set some stuff up and play something. Hopefully we get to play together. Hopefully our schedules mix up well enough. Because as much as we talk about it, we don't really play that much, Beardy. We don't play at all.
No, we played Sea of Thieves, and that was pretty much it.
That was fun too. I missed those days. That was good. Imagine, Skari. Imagine how I am.
Yeah.
When we're podcasting.
Yeah.
Imagine me on a ship with you and trying to sail around.
And only you.
Yeah. Sounds like an average Friday night to me.
Imagine I'm your crew and you're telling me, okay, where do we have to go?
I think the only thing that we did together was that damnable fucking Zelda Twin Force, Triforce, whatever that was.
Yeah, I remember that, the Triforce Heroes, right?
Yeah, that was terrible, and we were
that
all
was fun.
upset.
What are you talking about? That was good. No, I didn't like it. That's right.
No, you didn't, because it was bullshit.
I was very angry. I remember now. I buried those feelings deep. Look, I thought I liked it.
No, what? Nobody liked it.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I can't remember if I just tried the demo or...
Yeah, I think it was a demo.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to put $40 on that horse. I was not going to bet on that horse.
No, we all came out wanting to kill people. Like, it was bad. And,
it was.
And I bought it. It's
of course
here.
You did.
Yeah, it's here. But, and nobody else bought it though, so I can't play with anybody. But yeah,
in the world, nobody else bought it. They were like, nope, this is bullshit.
Hey, Beardy, have you ever played Triforce Heroes?
It's this great game.
It's a great game.
It's this new game I heard about.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
We got to try it one day. We got to try it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, after we play all through Anthem. If we play all through Anthem, I promise I will pick up Triforce Heroes and play with you.
But here's the killer part of that. You're going to have to find a third to play with you because it's people. Triforce.
Hey.
Well, by then, Lily will be old enough. She'll be 10.
That's true. But she'll be off in college and she won't have time.
Want to play with her dad and Uncle Los? Jesus,
nope.
Dad, no.
I was cool once. Come back here.
I'm too busy experimenting with space weed.
It's legalized now.
Yeah.
They don't call us the future monkeys for nothing.
That's true. We're future old.
Mm-hmm. No, I was referring to the space weed.
Yeah, sure. So what have you been up to, Beardy?
Not a whole heck of a lot. Just hanging in there. Trying to debate how to talk about this, or if I should talk about this now or later, Lowe's. What do you think?
Is this the pooping problem that we were having?
What?
Really?
Nope, not. That was your kid's pooping problem. Don't throw this on me.
It's not all about you, Los.
I was talking about my expedition and the embarrassment and the texts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you got to do it now because it's fresh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a little bit disclaimer for the next 5 minutes. Things might get a little bit gross. And I'm going to try to remain as clinical as possible for a lot of this. But
it's fine. We're all adults here.
There's some fun to be had. So, I will start this so you know where this is going. Last year, I had a vasectomy.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And so part of that is you need to get rechecked.
Yeah.
And so it's not like the movies where you have to go into a room, because I would never stop vomiting if I was in that kind of room where I knew that was happening.
Oh, that sort of recheck.
Yeah, that kind of recheck.
Okay.
You have your proper magazines laid out on the table.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Barbarians.
Yeah, so that was not happening, and thank goodness that's not the way it's done anymore.
Yeah.
However, there were some logistics that need to be worked out, but it's been over a year.
Let me just stop you right now.
Yeah.
How is it done now?
I love how we're doing this.
Surrounded in shame.
Okay, so the same.
Yeah, so the same, yeah. They still need something to check.
Has to be fresh.
And therein is kind of the question.
Okay.
That I never got a legit answer to, because it's been like over a year, and Mrs. McWhiskey was on the pill, so it really was an issue, but she was getting off the pill, so we finally decided, hey, I should probably make sure things were done correctly. And I've been putting it off because it just, again, we mentioned earlier, Irish Catholic. So much shame and embarrassment goes into that kind of thing that, like, the thought of it's basically, as a young man, you are taught to hide all evidence that has ever happened, like a cat burying its shit. And you now need to present it to someone proudly and inquire and ask them to look at it, which is horrifying. It's just, It is a nightmare embarrassment situation for me.
Okay.
So it had been so long before getting checked, I had to call in and had them redo the order. And so I was asking about logistics, like, how long? Like, well, you just need to bring it in. Like, well, yeah, like, is it today? Like, no, you do that at home. You do that. And then they gotta say you do that.
Oh my God.
I'm not planning on coming in and doing that on your desk. That's not my intent here. I need to know how quickly I need to drive in, and they would not answer the question.
So in the parking lot, like on my way up the walk, like, what do you want, lady?
Exactly. And they just like, no, you do that at home. You do that at home.
Oh my God.
I get so like, I'm just going to make sure I drive in quickly. Well, quickly, apparently there's only like 5 of these centers that will receive that in the area, out of different within the network of my health provider. And the closest one was like a half hour away.
Oh man. Okay.
So did the thing, filled with shame, and had to put it into a brown paper lunch bag.
Yeah, I don't think you have to confess that though, Beardy, because that was a medical issue. So
that's true. Medically,
yeah,
I had to have a doctor write a prescription for that, which is bizarre.
You just slide that through the confessional to the priest. He's going to be like, "Okay, I got you."
Like you had to.
Yeah.
So
the doctor
I had
prescribed
to make a wild ride a half hour away with this, like, in my seat next to me, just to go bear my shame. And I roll up, and it's not like it's just a laboratory. It's like a laboratory / a quick care.
Oh,
so
man.
Standing in line, holding a brown paper lunch bag. And my face is so just beet red, and I'm just getting so embarrassed. Everyone's like, dude's got a lunch bag. He's got something in there.
Was there a big sign that said, sperm deposit?
No.
Here or anything? Like, and
sinners line up. No, It just said laboratory. So I'm there, and then I hand over the lunch bag, and they're like, okay, well, is your name on it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, hey, any idea how long it's going to take to get the results? And so she, like, goes to take it out of the bag. Like, well, it depends what it is. And then she's looking at it like, oh, we'll have to do, like, a culture, see if anything grows. And my first instinct is, that's not right. Because if something grows, that means I'm a new daddy, and that's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, but I am so embarrassed, I'm not going to correct her. I'm not saying anything. I'm like, okay, sounds good. She's like, so it'll probably take about a week. I'm like, fine, whatever. I turn around, leave. And as I'm driving away, I get a call. I'm like, I'm sorry. We didn't realize it was semen.
Oh, man.
She says loudly in the office.
Like, in the office, like, oh, we were confused. It was semen. I said, like, yeah, like, oh, we'll have the answers for you. They had the answers for me within an hour.
Oh, good. Well.
So, yeah. And so I just...
How many things could it have been?
I didn't want to ask. Like, what did you think it was? Is something else wrong with me
Was
medically?
this ectoplasm? Are you testing for ghosts here?
It's like, well, it looks like you got a grade 2 a climber.
Ghost situation. It's gonna take about a week, guy.
Can need a week. We need an old priest, a young priest.
You need to go to the emergency room now.
Jesus.
So so any dads out there looking to have that done, it is just as embarrassing as it sounds, but apparently effective. So,
and yearly this is, huh?
Oh no, you just need to get rechecked once.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So everything went according to plan. We're good.
So when you were on your way, did you have this like in the same cup holder that you put your coffee in? Like,
did you buckle it in?
That was the joke. Like, what do I buckle it in? And then, like, what if I get pulled over?
Just put it in the car seat because that's where it belongs. Really,
like,
I mean,
yeah. Am I about to go play the most obscene game of Mario Kart ever? Like, someone cuts me off in traffic, just wham!
Oh my god! And then they turn on the wipers and they get smushed all over.
Okay. I'm sorry I went there. Jesus. So yeah, now you all know a little too much about Beardy, but
this is a family show, and we talk about family situations.
Right.
And sometimes semen's involved with that. So,
I would say more often than not.
Well, that's a building block of civilization. So, nothing to feel ashamed about, Beardy.
Well,
just going to talk about it every single show from now on.
So yeah, that was the big adventure of just Beardy being embarrassed and
that's a good one.
Yeah,
that should not have been kept out. Yeah, I'm glad you shared.
Yeah, I'm very happy Skari was here to share.
It's a safe space.
Yeah, it is. It takes a lot to squick out Skari. In fact, I'm not quite sure it can be done. So,
Los, what are you gonna do to top that?
I don't know.
Well, I went to Disney again.
I passed out. I passed out
on the
bathroom
have you
floor.
handed to a stranger lately?
Yeah, I passed out on the bathroom floor the other night. That was fun.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but I think I told Beardy about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think some jokes were made. I forgot what they were.
It seemed like you had a vasovagal reaction. Like you were dehydrated, you went to go to the bathroom, and then you just pass out.
No,
that's not good.
No, but that wasn't it though. It was I forgot what it was. Something was going on, but
the kid woke up. You went to go check on the kid, and then you just felt nauseous, like you're gonna puke, and then
that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, yeah. I had went to bed feeling nauseous, like I felt like upset stomach or whatever, and I was like, okay, let me go to sleep. And usually, when I feel like that, it's because I'm really tired. I don't know if you get that, but when I'm like really exhausted, tired, I feel nauseous, so I just go to sleep, and I was fine. I was asleep. I was feeling okay, And then the kid woke up, and I had to go and check on him because he was making noise or whatever. He was calling for one of us, so I got up really quick, and I went to go check on him. And it's like, when, I situated him and everything, I felt like crazy nauseous. Like I was really like about to toss some crap up. And I went into the bathroom and I was just there like ready to throw up. And it was like, okay, wait, this is not throw up. I'm blacking out here. And I had to I struggled to find a doorknob, and I opened the door, and the wife was in bed, and the light is on, and the light, she's like, what's up? What's happening? What happened? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm passing out. She was like, what? And I'm there like on my knees now. and I'm like crawling to the floor. I put myself on the floor so I don't like crash to the floor, you know? So I'm laying on the bathroom floor, like trying to compose myself. And I see my wife, her feet walking in, and she's like, what the hell is going on? What happened? And I'm like, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to throw up, but I passed out. Like I needed to, sit down because I was losing consciousness. And she was like, well, get up because I have to pee. And
your ass out of here.
And you guys say I'm being. I mean,
No, she was worried. She was like, she didn't know what was going on, but she also had to pee. Like she was like, okay, well, move over. And I'm like, I was like, I can't move. I'm not moving from this spot. I have to sit here. I rolled over. She was like, okay, well, move over because I have to pee. And, so she was peeing and she, when, I don't know if it
like
was,
you do. Yeah.
I don't know if it was before or after she washed her hands, but she gave me a wet rag to put on my face. And
I don't know why I'm the one to tell you this at this juncture, given the story I just told, but I would say discretion is the better part of valor.
I don't know. I don't know what was going on. Like, it was just, you said it was dehydration. That probably could have been it.
Because you've never been drunk.
No, I've never been drunk.
Really?
Could you imagine? This one's drunk.
Well, I know he occasionally drinks like a pussy beer, but
yeah,
true. I mean, it's like a Mike's Hard Lemonade or something. But I didn't know you'd never been drunk.
No, I never.
Right, so he's never been drunk. So what that situation tells me is like the dehydrated hangover puke. And because what did you have for dinner, Los? The Chinese food. What's in that? A whole bunch of sodium. This all the salt and everything.
Yeah.
It's a blood pressure issue.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the Chinese food, I felt like that. I thought it was the pork dumplings that caused everything. So
So fucking pork dumplings.
Yep. But yeah, it was a crazy thing, and I was worried. I was afraid to go back to sleep, and the wife was like, "It's fine, just go to sleep."
It's fine. We have insurance on you. It's fine. Don't
just don't eat more pork dumplings and go back to bed. It's like do what now? And you just turn around and you have a Chinese box and like the noodles slurping up. It's like, where'd you even get those from? Los has been rooting through the trash again.
Jesus. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yep. All right, so that was the crazy thing that happened to me.
Trauma, man.
Yeah. And before I get a swift slap to the back of the head, my wife does love me. And
yeah, of course.
It's one of those things. She's a nurse, and it's always been her thing. Like, I'm always, I don't know if you could tell, but I get kind of dramatic with things sometimes. And whenever something goes on medically with me, I may sort of overreact with things. Yeah.
Well, your wife's a nurse. You gotta play it up. Otherwise, she's just gonna be like, whatever. Put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, that's what she does. Yeah. Like I never forget that one time we were in bed and we were like going to sleep, and I was like I felt like this kind of pain in my chest. Like it was like a weird thing going on, and I was like, I don't feel right in my chest, like I got this pain. And she was asleep, and and I was like, can you check something? Like, I don't know and she like was feeling the side of the bed for my hand. For my hand, and she like grabbed my wrist, checked my pulse, and she held it for like 3 seconds, and she threw my hand. She was like, "You're fine, go to sleep." And I was like, okay.
Here I go to sleep, possibly forever.
But she's cool. She's cool peoples. I like her. So.
All right. Vote of confidence.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. Is there anything else you guys wanna chat about? Anything else? I know Beardy mentioned some hot and heavy popcorn talk in the Discord.
Oh my!
I don't know if you want to get into that. Do you want to get into that?
I can do it real quick. So, been eating a lot of popcorn lately. Just I get them popcorn kicks. So I have been following the Abby Russell method from Giant Bomb. I heard her talk about it the first time.
Okay.
Is the best at-home popcorn you can make. Great snack, super cheap, super quick. So you take a pot that has a lid, just a small like sauce pot. You put in enough oil just to kind of line the bottom of the pot. Not too much, just take it easy. You throw about 4 kernels in there. Once the first one pops, you toss in a 1/4 to a 1/3 cup of popcorn kernels in there, cover it up, and then you're going to shake and just keep on shaking, take it off heat, take it on heat, and then you're going to take the lid and tilt it ever so askew, just so like a lot of the steam is venting out, but all the popcorn's going to keep on popping in. You just shake it around. Once it's done popping, once the pops get between about 2 and 3 seconds, I have a little bit of a leg up on this because I worked at a movie theater for a couple of years. So like I can hear when the right time to stop popping is, like just like subconsciously. If I go to a movie theater, I'm like, you need to dump the bin. Like I can just hear it, so I can feel it when it's like, all right, it's 2-3 seconds apart. Take it off the heat, and then you're just gonna dump into a giant bowl. Enjoy. Couple pro tips. If you want to change up the flavor a little bit, you like a little heat in your popcorn, get like a chili oil, and you can use that, like a chili olive oil blend.
Oh, yeah.
That is extra tasty. A little fresh Parmesan on there, a little crushed red pepper. That is also delectable. Then also, for the even butter distribution, you can do the spray oil or the spray butter. This stuff's really, it says 0 calories on there. Not good for you. Not good for your organs or whatever. Get yourself the real butter. Treat yourself to the Kerrygold Irish butter if you can. That's the best stuff. High salt content. Lots of flavors. You don't need to use as much. And it's real butter, so your body recognizes it as fat and will process it, unlike the synthetic spray butter.
Yeah.
In order to do that, I went on Amazon. It was like less than $5. You just search, which is like the fattest search I ever had in my life. Like buttermilk cups. Like, how melt butter? So I found these like silicone cups, which are used just for that, just for the microwave. Take a pat of butter. It looks kind of like a carafe, but it's like super tiny. It's silicone. They can go inside out, so they clean super easy too, which is a big part of it. You want it to be easy and quick and yum yum. That is the best thing. Just a nice fresh butter. You shake it up. And then you want to go the extra mile. Get yourself those fun little movie theater popcorn containers. They're just fun. They're just fun. And you can shake it around and you can get the even distribution of all the flavors you want. So that's the hot popcorn talk.
Damn. I'm all worked up now.
Yeah. I don't do oil. I actually have an air popper because I can't do a lot of oil. Don't have a gallbladder, so.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Had it taken out when I was like 17. But anyways, I love my air popper, and I agree. You got to do real butter. You got to treat your body right. Your body likes butter. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, like you're having the popcorn. Your body's gonna know that's butter. You don't put butter in everything, but give the things the butter that deserve butter. Like that's not the time to skip.
In your popcorn.
Exactly.
Exactly. So
let me tell you. I used to make whatever I used to make.
Okay.
With the margarine. Is it margarine?
Yeah.
What is the freaking name of it?
I can't believe it's not butter?
No, not that one. There
like the Land O'Lakes, whatever.
There was Bluebell.
Crockers?
Bluebell.
Bluebell. Okay.
So my mother, this is what she used. So naturally, growing up like that, that's what I used when I was baking stuff and doing all that stuff. So I didn't think anything of it. It worked. It did its thing.
Yeah.
And whatever. Recently, probably about, a year or so ago, maybe a little less, I started using like real butter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the real stuff. And the difference is insane.
Yeah. The margarine lobby did their job in the 90s, okay? Because we were all raised on that shit. And once you go real butter, you can't taste margarine. What is this shit?
It's freaking watery oil. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, and they say, oh, it's zero cholesterol, whatever. No, it raises your cholesterol in the long run. Your body doesn't recognize it as something. And this is coming from someone who, I was on cholesterol medicine. And then I started switching to real butter and, granted, there's
real
some exercise
products,
diet in there. And cholesterol's never been better at this point.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah.
So yeah, we, whatchamacallit, for the popcorn, first of all, that butter melting thing sounds amazing because I melt my butter on paper plates now and it's.
What? What?
That's a
the
huge
man,
upgrade.
The chef, the dad. You picked that up in culinary school.
Okay.
If I get it, you melt it, you fold it up like a taco, and it drains out.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Don't you men have bowls? What the hell is wrong with you?
Get the science of it.
Yeah. I have a few glass bowls, and I use those too. If I'm melting a little bit, if I'm just melting like, a slab of butter for something, I'll use my little glass bowl that is, that I got from IKEA, and that's really handy. And I use that. That's fine. But if I'm melting like 3 or 4 sticks, cause I make cookies and shit. So,
okay.
You're
softening the butter.
Yeah, I'm softening
it. You're not
exactly.
melting it, you're softening it.
I'm softening it, yeah. So
Okay.
But yeah, so paper plates. But for melting butter, the whole silicone thing sounds amazing. But for whatchamacallit, for the popcorn, I feel like I should track down this person and sue her because this is the exact method that I use for making my popcorn.
Oh
and
man.
When you start talking about it, I was like, all right, I'm going to have an excuse to talk about this crazy technique that I use that is probably like, way overboard to make popcorn at home, and it's going to be great. And no, you're telling me exactly what I was going to say. Like,
have you thought that maybe there's just not a whole lot of different ways to make popcorn?
Yeah, that's probably it. Or maybe she went to the same site that I went to.
Yeah, that's possible as well.
So many years ago. Yeah. But yeah, it's basically that, swirling it around for like 30 seconds and venting it and all that stuff, and the popcorn comes out amazing. And it's, the flavoring you mentioned, it's all like, that's awesome ways to spice it up. And usually we just go, just kosher salt and if we're feeling frisky, I'll go and toss it in olive oil and call it a day. And yeah, it's just, popcorn is, like for you, you're going crazy with it, where it's the same thing here. And I kind of OD'd on it, a few months ago, if you remember correctly, Beardy. My issues that I had, that I actually went to the hospital for. It was ultimately, what led me back to podcasting, basically.
Getting a case of that diverticulitis.
So to put that in perspective, I OD'd on popcorn.
Yeah.
And it got built up in my system, and it was giving me crippling pain.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't constant, but like, I guess it was whenever whenever my bowels were moving, I guess.
Oh, geez.
It was causing this pain.
I think
you
I
got
remember.
diverticulites.
Yeah.
That's the long and short of it.
Well, people probably don't know what the hell that means. You know,
what that means is that your poop done hurt you.
Yeah.
And when you go to poo poo, it hurt. So you need to get more fiber, and
it was bad.
Stop eating popcorn and shrimp tails. That will and fingernails like that. Your body can't process. It done stops you up.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
it did. So the point is, right? I didn't know what was going on with me. No idea, and it was pain. So I went to Centricare, and we did the whole thing to explain it to them and everything. The guy was telling me what it was. They took the X-ray. They took an X-ray and everything, checked it out. They were like, yeah, it just looks like you're constipated. And
you have a popcorn ball in there.
And you need to just, drink water, drink liquid, all that stuff. So the shit is
easy now.
You like that, right? The shit is, I got a call from Centricare like 2 days later, and they were like, look, we were reviewing your x-rays and we are going to need you to go in for a deeper x-ray because we feel like we found something in your lining that we don't know what it is, and we want to get it checked out and evaluated. And of course, you hear this and your mind goes to like the worst thing. So, for, from then until we got the appointment and all that stuff, the wife and I were both going like absolutely crazy. And it was like this time in like the first time in my life that I started thinking like about tomorrow. And it was something that was rough. It was a rough, few days, a week or so waiting for the results to come back and all that stuff. And of course got the call back from the doctor, and the doctor was like, look, we're going to have you to come in to discuss the results. And we were like, shit. And I told the wife, and the wife was like, instantly started to cry.
Oh.
And I'm like, look, you can't do that shit, because this is kind of, kind of hard for me. And even thinking back, you could probably hear it, like it's still shaken up, but it was, like, she got off work real quick, and she drove down because I couldn't fucking drive. And we got there, waiting in the waiting room. I'm pacing back and forth. Like I couldn't sit down. I was jittery, and get into the freaking doctor's office, and she's looking, and I'm looking at her like, I'm kind of freaking out right now. And she looks at me, she's like, why are you freaking out? Everything's fine. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, everything's fine, but I needed to follow up with you to make sure everything keeps on going fine, and you gotta come in for checkup and, all the regular doctor shit. And I'm like, huge relief, the wife, huge relief. And I'm fucking hugging the doctor. Like I realized I was hugging her, and I was like, oh shit, I'm hugging you. I'm sorry. And it was just like this whole thing that it ended good, and it usually, doesn't end good for everybody. And it's something that really put like a lot of things into perspective at that time. And it really got me thinking about like, just life in general and all that stuff. And, it basically led me down the path of like, the whole podcasting thing, and I really enjoyed it, and it's something that I want to do, and something that I want to keep on, because it made me happy back then. And that's when I started talking with Beardy more and doing all that stuff. And,
and here we are.
Going. So that's something that's been in the show notes that I wanted to bring up because it's, something that happened that was pretty crazy and altering for me. So, but thanks to Popcorn for making that conversation happen. And
thanks, Popcorn.
Wow.
Yeah.
You do so much
Popcorn.
for us.
Yeah.
Change your life.
And it sucks because I really fucking love popcorn and I've been trying to avoid it because of that. Because I don't want to be like, crippling pain in Walmart.
Just moderation, okay? Just drink your water, eat your popcorn.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Don't have a giant bowl for breakfast after you
and
had
lunch and dinner. Yeah.
Don't do that.
And don't sprinkle popcorn on your Chinese food. I haven't learned nothing.
All right. So with that Confucius knowledge, it's late. Keeping everybody up, talking about popcorn and life choices. So,
right.
Beardy.
I'll do the thing. The first thing I'm gonna do is, once again, thanks, Skari. Again, anytime you want to come on, always welcome. The door is open. We're not good at inviting others, so please invite yourself. Anytime you feel like doing this, you want to give everyone an update. I know for a fact everyone loves hearing it, so thank you again, and it is very much appreciated. Come on, love hearing from you. Any time.
Okay.
So with that, if you need us between shows, find us on Twitter at future_monkeys. And just like your grandma, we have our own Discord you can join. You can find the link to it in our Twitter profile. If for some bizarre reason you like to email us, you can do so at futuremonkeyscast@gmail.com. And of course, you can call and say hi or contribute a topic on our hotline at 407-906-EASY-FM. That's 407-906-3936. Toodle pip.
Hold that toodle pip.
What?
No.
Yes.
No, it's already past time, Los.
No.
We toodle pipped.
Okay, look, real quick, because this is something that we gotta let everybody know about. Right now, as of this moment, the Pile of Shame extravaganza has started. So, all the information, we were going to go over it here, but we ran out of time. So, all the info is going to be on Discord. And maybe I'll put something together for the blog. I don't know. So we could have like a post to point to. But it's going to be in Discord for the most part. Maybe I'll put something in the show notes if you're not in the Discord. But the Discord is going to be home for all the updates. And basically, if you don't know, you're going to have like 3 months to play games and to beat games. And when you beat it, let us know and we will give you a score. And at the end of the 3 months, whoever has the highest score wins the Pile of Shame extravaganza. Nice. So this is the second annual or the third annual? Which one is it for us?
10th.
10th.
Well, if you're counting from from the old days.
Yeah, from the old days, it's been a while. But I don't know. I was going off of what we did. I don't know if we did it once or twice.
I feel like this is 3.
So whichever one it is, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. And that's on the way. That's just started. The first day official is the day that this show goes live. So as you're hearing it, it's official and all the info is already in the Discord. So go check it out and see what's going on.
All right. Retoodled.
Now we could toodle pip official.
Pip official.
Beardy's gone. He already clocked out.
See you, people.
He's done. All right. Peace out.
Good night.
Everyone's just gonna love you.
I took your diatribe and I put it into a Word document. Care to guess how long?
2,072 words.
Possibly. I've pared it down already considerably. So it is 6 pages.
No, it is not. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I copy.
Hold your tongue. I have to invite Skari. I need to think. Hold on.
Los now needs to use lefty, the brain cell, and righty, the click. You can't use both at the same time.
No, I can't, because I need to figure out why she's not getting invited. And I just sent the invite again, as if that, it's not working. Let me do it again.
So yeah, that was your solution.